Hey everybody, I'm Bex from Reading and Writing Redhead, and I'm back today with some more information for you on the Daily 5. Once again, I just want to show you this is the Daily 5 book. That's like my Bible. Gail Bushey and Joan Moser wrote this book. I highly recommend, if you don't have it, that you take a look at it. If you grab it from your library, borrowed from a friend, or I'll post a link to it in the description. So what we're going to talk about today are the kind of guiding principles or core beliefs of the two sisters who created the Daily 5, because these are always operating kind of in the background and guiding you and your students. So they are trust and respect, community, choice, accountability, and also brain research, and transitions and brain-body breaks. Now I don't have these memorized, so I'll have to keep looking at my notes. You just have to bear with me. Okay? So trust and respect is not a blind trust. Trust when you give students the explicit instruction and the teaching they need, and extended practice, they will be able to gain the skills they need to be trusted, to be working independently as learners. So it's not a blind trust. It has to be developed. Okay. The community. Community means building your classroom community. So this goes along with everything you do at the beginning of the year and throughout the year anyway. So if you've built your classroom community, empowers all students to help each other, be engaged, be on task. Okay. So when somebody else gets off task or stops reading, if you have a good classroom community, they will help each other. Choice. Now, quick comment on choice. Let's get real. If someone says, hey, sit in this hard chair and read this book I'm giving you, how excited are you going to be as a grown-up? What if you get to choose the chair and you get to choose the book? You'll be a lot more engaged. That's what the two sisters are talking about when they talk about having choice. The kids' motivation will increase with some choice, whether it's books, where they sit, what kind of word work they do. So for accountability, actually this is more, the sisters talking about accountability is more the students choosing an appropriate place for themselves around the room. So they're accountable for their choices to where they sit, and therefore how engaged they are in their activities. So there's a lot more details about this, and kind of goes along with flexible seating, which I've done a lot of blog posts about, so feel free to check those out. A couple more, guys. Let's hang in there. Brain research. So a couple things about brain research. After 10 minutes of sitting and learning, anyone's brain needs to readjust a little bit, kind of get a kickstart to get back into the learning. There's also a lot of brain research on, involving test scores, percentiles, the number of minutes that an average student read. And the sisters talk about a specific study in this text where students that scored in a higher percentile in testing, those that were given 10 more minutes to read a day, were able to increase their exposure per year to over 1 million more words. So we can get students reading 10 more minutes, it's going to pay off. There is nothing wrong with reading more, okay? So that's the point of building stamina, all the read to self, read to someone else. Finally, transitions and brain and body breaks. Now, honestly, I was a little surprised. I thought this would be more about actually physical movement, but they're talking about going from your Daily 5 activity to the gathering space for a foundations lesson, and that in itself could be enough of a kinesthetic movement for the kids. I actually am more invested in actually getting students moving with a little yoga, a little go noodle, a little dance break, stretch, whatever I need to do. All right, but they're saying that transitions in themselves will help some kids, which, for example, me as a child, all I needed was to move to a new spot in the room, and that was enough of a brain break or movement for me. But all kids are different. Every class is different. So you're going to have to each year take it based on what your students need. So those are the guiding principles behind Daily 5 so that you understand where the creators are coming from. All right, catch you next time, guys.